like that side of my personality of like you start seeing behavior patterns, you see issues that
Mm.
you maybe identify. How do you get somebody to start identifying the power? To actually take back control of the relationships, but to be open and vulnerable and to do the inner work, which is terrifying to a lot of people. How do you
Mm.
start encouraging them to not just go, "Oh, it's all women's fault. Oh, it's the guy's fault." How do
Yeah.
we take responsibility so we can actually get good results and not just repeat the same EastEnders storyline going forward? Is probably a good way of saying it.
Well, you've just described all of us because we all do the same things and we
Hmm.
all have our patterns. And I think that's one of my biggest messages is wake up in your own life, wake up to what you're doing, because we are going to unconsciously just keep doing the same thing unless we really become aware and unless we sort of wake up. And you're right, it's far more comfortable for us to be in blame. One of the most striking things I always notice when I'm working with people is this natural human drive to blame the other person. And yes, there's a lot of merit to what clients tell me the other person is doing wrong, but it's very, very hard for us to have insight into our own part in our patterns. And
Yeah.
so, um, the first thing that actually I work on with clients is I have to ascertain how robust they are, because it takes robustness and it takes self-esteem for us to look at ourselves truthfully and be able to withstand the discomfort and the pain of genuinely looking at ourselves, looking at stuff that we might be doing wrong, or things that we could be doing better. And if we are so sensitive and fragile that we're just going to collapse under that, that's really important. So the first thing that I always do with clients is really support them in feeling stronger, giving them tools to feel stronger, that they can handle difficult emotions little bit by little bit, but also affirming them and pointing out their kind of positives. And this is also what I do when I work with people when they come as part of a relationship, is let's look at the strengths of the relationship, let's look at the strengths of the individuals in it. So I think that's really important. Find out what your strengths are, focus on those, and then when you're really sure and feeling good about that, then let's look at our patterns, let's look at what we're doing and really bring about a sort of a motivation and a willingness to really try to do things differently. It's as adults, we're not good at doing things differently, but
Oh
it is
yes.
something that we can strive to do, as counterintuitive as it may feel.
So do you think that's like why a lot of people repeat the same patterns that that we attribute, like, because we learn through storytelling, we kind of add stories to things rather than just saying we're repeating that pattern because of, and then give a fact. We want to give a reason
Mm,
that, oh, if it hadn't been for my mum being a bitch to her while she was younger, like when we were dating, or is that why things like the history workbook work so well? Because you actually get people to stop looking like immediately with the emotion and actually writing
mm.
down what happened and looking for patterns. And like you're saying, then working out from there. Is that the kind of things you do, or do you come in and get them to write out like a SWOT analysis of the relationship? What's great, giving
Mm,
gratitude, but also what's negative?
mm.
How do you start incorporating these methods into your work?